Like amount. Our team to grow commercial internationally, and a lot of collaboration where I know tomorrow, for those that are part of eXp commercial or eXp learning about our mentorship program or apprentice program, how we're going to train juniors, how we're going to educate them. We're putting that together. So if you're new in the business, if you're more senior, you want juniors, or you're trying to grow a team, we're really using the eXp commercial platform to groom and grow more leaders in this industry and give them opportunities to win awards, to be on panels, to do blogs, to really just show the influence that we have. But Stephanie, if you want to talk about the nuts and bolts of success of some of the states, so
absolutely. And Jim is right. You know, we started this process behind the scenes, making sure we did the proper research to prop up eXp Commercial as a successful brokerage. We studied over 1,500 commercial brokers and agents across the country to find out what value proposition was going to be the best in the industry, the company that is going to be the disruptor, just like eXp Realty has been the disruptor on that residential side. How do we stand up eXp Commercial to be the disruptor in the commercial space? And in interviewing these commercial brokers and agents across the country, we realized that education is a must. That is one thing that a lot of brokerages cannot offer. And, you know, there's great programs out there, CCIM, SIOR, but we also need to teach junior agents how to be productive and have a successful business with commercial real estate. And so one of the big things we have seen and will continue to see as Jim and I work together with a team of great educators is bringing the education to the forefront. I want every single person that has a desire to learn about commercial real estate to be able to come to eXp Commercial and be put on the path of success immediately, and to make sure that you are successful in this business. One of the other massive things about commercial real estate that we discovered in the research is that the technology has been so behind the times. Commercial brokers are so behind the times when it comes to the technology. They're 10 years behind in residential. And so it was important for us, in order for you to have the successful business, that we go out and create partnerships like with Reonomy to get our data research capabilities so that you can go out and land real listings and grow your business, but also to incorporate a CRM and marketing centers with build out so that you can stay in touch and truly grow a database in commercial real estate. Very few commercial brokers and agents have ever focused on using a CRM or growing a database. And that is this time. It is time to do that. So these are the tools that we've put together along with many others that we're going to be releasing. But most importantly, the success of eXp Realty has been the pure fact that we are a publicly traded but agent-owned company. And what more important is to come here, grow your business inside and on our platform, but also earn equity as you do it. 3 years ago, I had a very important decision to make. I was being offered money for my independent company from every franchise known to mankind. And it was going to be one payday, And I was going to be owned by that franchise. I was going to be committed to them for 10 years. And I am so glad I turned down that check because over the last 3 years, doing what I know, selling real estate, building a real estate team, earning shares of equity in this company, that is worth more than that one payday I was going to get. And guess what? I own a big portion of this bigger company. And that's the opportunity here. People always say, but you sold your brokerage. No, I didn't sell or give up my brokerage. Now I have a piece of something so much larger than I could ever have built on my own. And that's what's important when it comes to equity. And Jim, you think just like that too, right?
Yes. And I'll tell you, this is an interesting thing that I've learned with all the discussion. I know Stephanie just said, you know, her voicemail, if you try to call her, don't leave a voicemail, you can't. And that's why I preach, I attract and bring people to these calls because we do love to talk and help you close the deal. But we're trying to build a funnel, right? To use our time more efficiently and effectively. Having your people come to learn about eXp, hopefully then bringing them to the world where we have our bi-monthly meetings with different reports. And we're going to start putting together product type specialists and other specialists so you can really learn specifically, because I know in commercial real estate, this is the other big thing: transactions, leasing, and business op. So business opportunities are exclusive to eXp commercial because of the liability and the insurance and the expertise that we have. So business op is a big one because most leads, as everyone knows, even from commercial, are given to business op brokers. So we are excited to have this part of the company and to really grow it and bring the expertise, because now you could say, you don't have to pass up any deals, whether you're a resi-commercial, residential, or commercial. There's really leads and deals and referrals being passed around to everyone.
Absolutely. And you know, Jim, you being with other brands prior to coming to eXp Commercial, and in our research, one of the biggest things we found was the split and making sure that our value proposition can have more money into the agent's pocket. And so it's an 80-20 split, but here's the difference. We're a $20,000 cap. If you make $200,000, eXp Commercial, 20 grand per year. If you make $400,000, you're just paying eXp Commercial 20 grand. We know agents in this business that can cap on an eighth of a deal, don't we, Jim?
and even better. So some of our friends that we're talking to from the larger firms, or just strong independents that left the large firms, I mean, they're talking about sometimes the millions of dollars in gross commissions. I said, you get all your money back at $500,000. They're like, what? You get your stock back. With some other parts of teaching, educating, helping, right, grow this company, being a great cheerleader, but you get all your money back in stock. So that is a very powerful message for commercial real estate agents, where we just do the job, we have no caps for one, we don't get that kind of support, but we don't own anything of the company that we built. I know at Marcus and some of the other companies, JLL, CBRE, we're training our juniors. We're like free work, helping, right, at a 50-50, maybe a 70-30 split. And if you're a higher level, you may get an 80-20 if you get grandfathered in. But a lot of times we were growing all of the other companies, and we're like, what are we doing? We're not growing for anything. But the good thing is, even when I had BRC advisors, I turned over probably 2,000 commercial agents, 2,000 agents for my Southern California firm, just like Stephanie. Everyone tried to buy us or merge with us, from Prudential to Avison Young to every other franchise brand or something else in Southern California. And I just said, that's not a good fit. But think about this, with all the people you train, they will be part of your team, where you can get revenue share, you can get opportunities for stock, and they still will be with you, growing your team and just sharing. But I also say this for commercial brokers. Sometimes we don't do that, right? We just say, we just don't do that. But the good thing is, it's an option that's there for you to do that if you want, right? And options are never bad. So if you just want to work as a commercial broker with a great split, the great tools, great culture, and I'd say camaraderie with everyone else, fine. You want to grow your team, you want to build yourself, you want to start expanding, you want to syndicate, that's fine too. And if you want to go really wild, I would say you're not really recruiting, you're just sharing. Because I'll tell you this, all of the friends I'm bringing over, and they're pretty big players in the commercial real estate, they are coming over. We're going to be announcing them very soon with Bernard, our brand manager. the deals that they're doing is going to be shown. So people will say, okay, it is safe. We've gotten the talent because we're a separate commercial brokerage, because we have all the commercial leaders that are coming over, because now there's a new way of thinking, right? The hybrid way of thinking, the remote way of thinking. Things have changed. And talking to all our friends at all the big trade groups, it forever has changed. When I talk to SIOR, CCIM, CREW, ICSC, REAP program, USC, all change, right? It's all very different. We can build relationships like this now, and it is a new habit that's being formed, and this is the way we're going to work. It's that hybrid where we can spend a lot of times being on Zoom, talking to everyone here, educating everyone, and this is how we change the commercial world. We've trained, and I know, Stephanie, we were amazed when we did it our first training and we did our second training, first one, let's say average, we trained and certified through a test, 500 people. The next one we did maybe around 700. We had people that were 1,700 to 2,500 people registered. And I talked to these other trade organizations, how long would it take for you to get that many people to train, to organize, to educate, create opportunities? And I love what Stephanie's going to do when we launch at RevShare our whole expo hall and everything. But I'm going to leave it to you, Steph, about everything else. But it is revolutionizing and touching more people to share what we're doing in commercial real estate.
And it absolutely is, because with eXp Commercial, our sister company is eXp Realty. And what's phenomenal about that is it gives every single person the opportunity to plug in and collaborate with over 42,000 agents. And those 42,000 agents have what? They have opportunities. They need someone to refer business to. The deals that are going back and forth on our workplace platform, which is our communication channel that we can all connect to one another, is just amazing on how we've done that. How we can connect an agent in the Northeast area of the United States who has only had residential experience to a broker in the UK to do a $300 million transaction. How could all of that have been possible without the collaboration of how this new way of doing business is? You know, it's so different. People think, before I came to eXp, I thought so local, right? I mean, there's so much more business out there. But now, my real estate team that truly runs my real estate business, it's not about Louisville, Kentucky. 50 states. It's about Canada that we're moving into. It's about Mexico that we're moving into. It's the 9 other countries that Realty has already paved the path for us to slide right in and do business, like India and all these opportunities. Jim, you've dealt with people all your entire career with money coming into the United States. Let's talk about how we're going to be able to facilitate that, because one of our big interest for every agent that joins eXp Commercial is that we generate business for you, that we do lead generation. So Jim, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, and everyone knows that have worked at whether it's franchise, independent, large firms, it's communication, right? We have a great communication system using workplace and other means to get the word out. We are also building a database, but it's that constant communication using technology, right? So you know where to go, so people know where to find you too. Because in commercial real estate, in our part of the company, you are going to be kind of categorized as what level, what expertise, almost your resume will be there. So we all know if you're an expert, we want to pass you juniors, we want to pass you leads, we want you to be talking, we want you to be sharing. We're going to put you out there as we're organizing, right? Communication and organization is what we're doing at eXp Commercial, so we can create these opportunities and showcase people. Because if you're a shining star, and like Stephanie, right, doing Kentucky, now she's just on a larger platform to shine. Anyone else there, and I know there's some great talented leaders, I see Brett and everything, you know, it's just fantastic, and just getting to learn and know about people so you can shine and we can enhance you. Stephanie and our job in the team is to find out who you are, learn more about you, so we can help you shine by putting you in leadership opportunities, by sending referrals to you, by getting you to speak and really stepping out of your comfort zone to get better. If that's what you want. If you raise your hand, because I love to volunteer, and if you volunteer, we are going to make you better. But this is the biggest thing too. There is no limit to what you can do. That is one of the big things, because I'm a big D&I person. And one thing that got me to be involved in organized real estate and be ARIA's national president was because I cared about real estate. I love real estate. I love commercial real estate. and finance, and I love the D&I, but also creating opportunities. And as we build eXp Commercial, we're really going to share and grow this. There's no boundaries, there's no limits, and the knowledge is going to be pouring for anyone that wants to soak it in like a sponge. But Steph, you know that's something I care about. And that's why Stephanie and I work 14 to 16-hour days. It is sick if you see us emailing and chatting and everything and talking about how we can grow this company, because we have that passion to grow this business, expand this business. And I said a lot of the leaders coming over are here because they see this and they call this a disruptor. Many of the presidents from other publicly traded companies to what do you call it, trade organizations, to other international leaders, they see this platform and what we're doing as the change. And that's why I know we're called the Amazon of real estate. Steph, right? Very exciting.
Absolutely.
You want to tell a little more about all that you see?
Well, and you know, one of the things that's so important, you know, from the residential side and on the commercial side, truthfully, geographically, we are the largest real estate company because we are operating in 50 states and multiple different countries, but it's very rare to find that. And that is important because as we grow and get these states open, corporations are going to start looking at us. It's going to be that easy way for them to reach out to our company, to represent them, and that's part of what we're doing here. We're not only running operations and standing up the best value prop and the best set of tools to make you valuable and to make you productive, but we're also looking at the future as to how we truly become that global real estate conglomerate and the answer to everything all real estate. And that is the big picture that we're seeing here.
And I'll add this too, as we all know, those that have ran businesses or part of the larger companies, we're not only growing domestically for our platform or internationally, we're growing the ancillary services, the capital markets foundation, right? Creating opportunities from debt, the mezz, and the capital, right? The equity part. We also have propped up a consulting group with high-level, mostly principals. They're not even brokers, but they're CPAs, they're lawyers, they're attorneys, they're just they're principals. They've worked at large companies, putting pieces together, doing land assemblages, restructuring the capital stack, all these cool stuff. So we have that. We're putting that together, and more we're launching that. We are also putting a consulting group, a corporate service group together on valuation. I know, Stephanie, we're things, and this is kind of a give me that for everyone on the call. We all know during COVID and during this time, real estate properties have dropped. Could you imagine, and I know some people may have done this before, reassessment, tax reassessment, right? Property tax reassessment. We know that that is one of the big items that you pay for real estate. Well, we may be creating an opportunity and a new company to help with valuation to allow people that are part of the commercial to really change it so you can then go talk to your clients, finding reasons to talk to them so you could reassess property. But this is something you should think about. But they've done 14,000, and this is why eXp is so important. Everyone is being attracted to us. It is our job, Stephanie and I, to take a look. All these different opportunities, plug it into this company and give you opportunities. But this is something big. 14,000, they did reassessment. Not one was rejected. And for those that have done it before, you usually get paid, whether it's a retainer or you get, sometimes half of the yearly fees that you saved them for the first year is the payment. And they did 14,000. So I'm really excited with Stephanie on this meeting tomorrow that we're talking, but we have these meetings with different tech companies, different groups reaching out to us. And for us, what it's our job is to put this all together. So that's kind of some of the future. Not only is it a great program, but we're constantly as entrepreneurs looking and scouting, being open-minded, finding opportunities, right? Not staying what was or what has been, but what can be and what will be. It is just so important. That's why we're so passionate, because of these changes and really changing other people's lives, creating this new opportunity for everyone. That one day I'm already excited to look back to show how many people believed in us, wanted to take this journey with us in 1 year to build some success. And hear from everyone with your testimonials, because I know I talked to Rudy tomorrow too yesterday. So I told him, yeah, with eXp Life, we want to share Stephanie's story, Rudy's story, some of the other leaders' stories here, and show the journey of every pathway to commercial real estate. And what are you doing from it, and what are you doing to give back? And I see Jay too. Jay, thanks. You're doing a lot of things. What's that? You know, I could go on and on and on this.
And we absolutely can, but to Jim's point, that is what we constantly do day in and day out, is evaluate. Look at these products, look at these services, look at the opportunities, because if there are opportunities that are going to make every agent affiliated with eXp Commercial better and productive and successful, these are the things that we want to bring into the company. And I do say, you know, we get a lot of agents that reach out to us saying, I know about this, I know about that. Do email us those opportunities. We can't say that everyone's going to be a good fit, but do email us those opportunities at info@expcommercial.com, because if it exists, I at least want to review it and see it. That's part of what this company is. We are always going to be growing. We are always going to be evolving. Nothing is a no. We will always grow and constantly make it better. I think we're starting out phenomenal with the 20,000 cap, the revenue share opportunities, the equity that you earn as you sell real estate, and truly be able to bring your business onto this platform to elevate your business, to expand your business, and not have all the liability and all the overhead to do so. That's what happened to me when I rolled my brokerage in, is that everything that was a pain of owning a business went away. Everything that is just all the worry of all of that went away. The technology is driven by this platform. The growth is driven by this platform. The tools, making sure that agents have leads, making sure that they have business, and making sure that there is national education opportunities where we all get into a world, collaborate with one another, learn from each other. And because we are that agent-owned company with our equity award, that's exactly the culture. It is we all want to help one another. If Keith Solon is successful in Arizona, that means our stock is going up. If Rudy is successful in California, that means our stock is going up. It's a very different culture than any of the other brokerages that exist, because we're not here in competition with each other. We're here as partners. We are all business partners with one another. And that is a very, very important statement, because plugging into this platform elevates your business, sends you way more opportunities, but also it's going to make you so much more successful in the long run. And that's what it's done for me. So I love sharing that story. Jim?
Yeah, it's a great story. I love always hearing this. And this is what I say. You don't need to recruit if you're part of it, but you just need to be open-minded. The reason I say share, because somebody else will touch that person, because I know everyone is reaching out to everyone. We are working on an organized ways to share eXp Commercial and the great things that we think we're doing and putting together, learning from everyone else, learning from everything, hearing what everyone else is telling us. So we're here to hear from you too. How do we improve? How do we make our systems better? What else could we do, right? Stephanie and I have thick skin. We say there's no crying in commercial real estate. And we're just here to just listen and hear to you, because our job here is to serve you and figure out how we can best help everyone and organize everything and communicate to create these opportunities. And those that want to lead, we want more leaders. There's no way we can grow something this big without other leaders. And we are going to put leadership programs together, working with CCIM, SIOR, ULI, every trade group, university, because if we can bring, and this is kind of the big audacious goal for all of us, building the platform for using the eXp world, Verbella world, for everyone in commercial real estate to come in and get involved, to learn from each other, to network with each other, and just grow and build some friendships. Because one thing is, during this time of COVID, I've made so many good friends, new friends, reconnected by just using this platform virtually to talk and reconnect and share and listen and hear, find out opportunities, and then we grew. I mean, eXp, I got brought over to eXp through COVID. I didn't talk to them so much, but during COVID was during the time of all the negotiations and discussions, and that's what happens. And Steph, do you want to talk about all the global countries we grew? How did we grow those?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing, you know. Michael Valdez, who is running eXp Global, opened 9 countries during COVID and never got on a plane to do so. We are focused on getting Canada open as we speak, and we are not going to get on a plane to do so. And that's what's so amazing is that, like Jim said, I came to this company 3 years ago, and, it was awesome. I saw that vision, I saw it. But since COVID, people see it even more now. And for us to be able to get 2,400 people in an auditorium to learn from one another, share the ideas, and when Jim invites in all his friends from these organizations and they're just like, wow. I mean, but that's the truth of what we're doing. We want to see the agents. Tomorrow we're doing our first advisor mastermind. A junior agent comes on to eXp Commercial. You're not going to run rogue. You're not going to have, any assistance. You're actually going to be assigned an advisor that's going to hold your hand through these transactions, that's going to coach you, that's going to share their knowledge with you. But for us to be able to get together from all over the world into this one online world that we can collaborate, learn from each other, pass deals to each other, and we encourage everyone, start setting up different masterminds through commercial real estate. We absolutely love to see the people collaborating. So it's fabulous. One of the cool things that's going to be happening too in eXp world is we've been working behind the scenes the last few days on a new commercial operations office. And I'm really excited about this. This is where I get a little geeked out, but we will have our own expo hall, and we will start doing commercial trade organizations. We want to help out our friends. We also want to collaborate with the different entities out there. We want to have opportunities for these companies to come in and maybe if we don't do them company wide, we can at least expose all of our agents to the opportunities of what's out there, from a marketing perspective, from different data where for different areas of the country, to you name it. We're going to start having our own trade shows inside our eXp Commercial world. And it's going to be fabulous. But keep that in mind if you have relationships out there and you think they deserve to have an in with us at eXp Commercial, because we want to get to know as many people as we can. So that'll be coming in about a week.
And it's really exciting. By
Fellas, Ryan, there you are.
Getting everyone involved, helping
Matt, you there?
create new opportunities and making some money and cash flow.
Okay.
So you can give back,
How's it going,
volunteer
man?
some more time, help other people out. But this
Look
is
at that big
very,
whiteboard.
very
You see all your ideas and
you
all
can see
the
with our
masterminding
passion,
behind
what we
there?
care. We love to listen, and I know we've spoken to many people on the calls. We'd love to obviously build the funnel, use our time. But if
It's
you
where
do have
all the magic and the vision starts
your own
happening, right?
mastermind or your own teams,
Well, I'll kick us off real fast here, and then I'll let you guys really kind of jam. So,
a group of 10
Matt,
together,
Ryan, and I go back about 2 years now, Ryan. I think maybe about 2 years ago. He's part of my Bible study, and a discipleship group,
it's
accountability
fantastic.
group.
I hate to say I drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, another believer, brother. And so we got to know him, and then kind of put the bug, and this is actually kind of funny. I said, Brian, go get your license, okay? And then at the time, this is pre-eXp, right? And so I said, go get your license, but I can't train you. Go join somebody else, right? And go find somebody else because I'm too busy, right? I'm too busy. I've got too much on my plate with the podcast, the kids. But hey, whatever I can do to support you. So he listened. Here's the good thing. I told him what to go to do. He was coachable. He listened. He's like, well, let's say for this test, I'm like, just take this crash course. Anyways, long story short, he's really talented. He's smart. He's open-minded. He thinks well, and he's a believer. Now on this side, Ryan, I'll tell you about Matt. Matt and I go back over maybe 12 years ago, right? And so, or longer. And Matt was the golf coach at William Jessup University. Okay, so I was playing basketball there. He was the golf coach, and we would wake up at like 6 a.m., sometimes 5:30 a.m. We'd play in the warehouse there. It was freezing cold. We played basketball for 2 or 3 hours. It was just the most fun time. So really competitive on the court, good friends. We kind of lost touch in between, let's say, I don't know, looks like 3 or 4 years went by in between my kids and life and everything else. And then randomly, about 8 months ago, he called me up. I'm like, yeah, yeah, I heard about it about 5 years ago.
Press releases on
And
us
he's like, why
is
did you join?
true,
I'm
right?
like,
There's
what? You
something
joined
about it,
Keller Williams,
but
like top
I'm always
producer.
a
He's like,
very
yeah, I've sold over 500
hardcore commercial
homes.
person, very
You know,
skeptical,
my
but
parents are mostly
open-minded.
all my life.
And
You know,
I'll
it's
tell
Keller
you, I
Williams. So
just
I'm
took
not going
these
to tell the rest
steps.
of his story, but
Nothing is
I said,
perfect,
wow.
but
Then
this is
you talk
pretty
to him,
good.
and
You know,
Tom
when
Day's
people
the
care
number one
about you and they
Keller
want to
Williams Bigfoot
collaborate,
builder about
and
7 years
those
in a
that are
row. He
here that
joined
are
a guy
willing to
built
reach out
opened up the
in
fastest growing
workplace and
home
put
business.
yourself
And
out
so I
there,
said, well, maybe I'm missing
opportunities do come.
something,
And
okay?
I've seen it
So with
firsthand.
that, I want to just pass it over to Matt
Steph?
and have him tell his story.
No, you
And
said it all right
I think,
there.
Brian,
And
you watched the model
again,
explain to you,
just,
right?
you know, to be able to have
When
these
would Britt
calls,
go when he's doing all the
bring your
stuff and he's
guests to
talking
these
on the street?
calls. You know, we're going to do them
Yeah,
every
okay, cool.
Thursday at
So Matt, I'll
11
let you
a.m.
guys kick it
Eastern
off and
Time
we can
and
back
8
in
a.m.
here.
Pacific Time. We'll also post a video of this on eXp Commercial Workplace. And for any of you that are already with eXp, do join eXp Commercial on Workplace. We're constantly posting updates. We're going to have the big training in the end of April, again, where we're going to do certifications. And be on the lookout because you're going to start to see eXp University posting commercial training classes. We're going to get on a rhythm. We've got great advisors that are going to be doing some teaching, great volunteers. We've got some outside sources that are coming in. And so do pay attention to everything that we're getting ready to launch. But I thank everybody for their time and you know, reach out to us at info@expcommercial.com if you have any questions. Jim?
Yeah, and I think give some people a little extra time for some questions. And this is great that the group is smaller now, because under 100, because eventually as we get larger, we were already discussing doing the webinars where it will be on YouTube, Facebook Live, so it's just hearing us. So with this small group taking the time, we'd love to answer a couple questions before we end at 8:45. Any questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
So first of all, this sounds phenomenal. I have to just say, like, you know, such a collaborative approach to commercial is not common. It can be quite cutthroat. So I appreciate the spirit of where you guys are coming from with all this. So I have some other areas that I work in, including, like, you know, you mentioned, like, the tax reassessment, and I've done some other consulting with businesses around cost segregation, other specialized tax incentives, employee benefit support programs, and things like that. That ways to enrich that. And to me, I look at this as an opportunity to kind of tap into a network as well for all of those services, while also growing the commercial side too. So can you just say a little bit more about that, the degree that you're sort of open to collaborations with, like, other areas of specialty?
Yeah, so obviously we're always thinking of ways and cutting the best deals. Like, I know Stephanie, I always say I try to cut some good deals and I bring Stephanie in and cut even a better deal. So it's a good cop back. She can always cut a better deal. And I love doing that. But what we're trying to do for eXp Commercial, obviously, and that's why Stephanie said, any leads or anything you're doing, this is how we vet it. If it's good for our agent, if it's good for eXp,
Right.
are you giving eXp an advantage, and are you giving the referral the best deal to everyone else, right? So we're always taking care of the company. We're always making sure we're benefiting our agents. We're making sure that eXp using our platform to plug in is getting the money too. And you have to pass the referral. So yes, does the company need to squeeze a little to get involved with us? Of course, but with the volume and deals, having a good reputation, you're going to get more business than you think you may be losing by giving a little more. And that's what we're doing, because all the money that we make, we're going to put back into the company to keep on expanding this. So I'll
Right.
tell you, with the praying, he was the mayor of West Hollywood. He became county assessor. He runs as president of all the county assessors. I'm actually going to give him a call now, figuring out how we can do this across the country. Because with this new program, they were showing us at a 14,000% ratio that they have success ratio on this. And think about this program, they want to work exclusively with us. MAI appraisers and all the lenders use them. So this is powerful. Once I did it, and yeah, and many of the friends, they were all the big appraiser valuation parts of, let's say, NAI, Colliers, Frank Knight. It's that group, that think tank, and I know because I was going to buy one of the Colliers companies back in the day. So it's a small world, and I know they're real. And with this, we're putting and creating opportunities for those that want to engage in this business. So we will almost be propping up new businesses within eXp Commercial. It's so exciting, and the time is right for us.
Sounds awesome. Thank you very much.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Hi, Good morning, I think. So I took and passed the first session of training whenever that was, in December or January, I don't even remember. I'm in realty now, and I'm just looking for the right time to take the leap and just make the transition. And I was told that I kind of, there's a certain time of the year, or there's a certain point in time when it's best for me to make that change, given any ongoing business I might have in realty, and to move into commercial. And what's keeping me from actually making the jump is how I'm going to find a mentor coach.
So if you decide eXp Commercials where you want to put your license, we're going to set you up with an advisor. We're going to look at the area that you're doing your business in. We're going to look to who's doing business in that area, but also ask you specific questions of, what type of commercial real estate are you interested in? Is it multifamily? Is it land development? Is it industrial? And set you up with the person that best suits you. They don't have to be in your city necessarily, because commercial real estate's done all over the place. But we want to set you up. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I would have some input. I'm not just going to
absolutely
be assigned to someone.
We'll give you a list, and you can call and interview every single one of them.
That's
and
perfect.
then my advice is, if everyone heard the talk, I had a terrible mentor, but we are friends. And Rich Enderlin, who we cut our teeth at Marcus, had a fantastic Dave Ridgway. For those in Southern California, he retired now, but Ridgway was awesome, and he gave Rich a listing to work on. I love that. So what we're trying to do with the collaboration with eXp Commercial, when there are referrals, if they take a good junior broker or somebody that's willing to learn, we want to give you a listing or an assignment to give you that energy and momentum, right? We need to give you some things to practice. We're not going to help lazy, but if you show you're doing everything you're supposed to do, there is no reason you can't be successful. And we will start feeding to get you that momentum, right? We love to grow organic, and we love to show by example to help grow our company. But you choose the person who cares about you, that wants you to be successful.
That's great. My concern was not so much that I would be given the work, it's that I wouldn't be given the work, and I would be filing or making phone calls. And I'm like, no, I need to jump in.
No filing here, because we're all online.
No filing.
If there's anything like that, you tell Stephanie or myself, and we will change that person. We're saying you're not, because we're going to rate the mentors. You need to be collaborative. You need to serve. Because I know at Marcus, they made people pick up laundry, do laundry, buy food. I mean, I was like, what the heck is, what kind of culture? But we don't want that. We want you to learn. If you're here to learn commercial real estate.
That's what I said. I said, I ain't going to Starbucks. That's what's happening. Not going to happen. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to bring my virtual coffee for me there.
No, trust me. I made ton of Starbucks runs for my senior, but at least he bought me a coffee too. He goes, here, Jim, here's $20. Buy everyone coffee and buy yourself one too. I'm like, okay, thanks.
I'll get the coffee as long as it's on the way to a listing. Then I'm cool.
There you go.
I have a question. My name is Loetta Lewis. I hear a lot of references to Marcus. I started my commercial career at Marcus and Millchap as well a few years back. And I know that we did like a 12-week training. Starting with eXp, is there like a training period that you guys require before like actually getting out there?
So if you are not experienced, I know Stephanie's going to cover this tomorrow, you need to go in a junior senior program. You can't just be an eXp Commercial as kind of a rookie. More on that.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we want. We're not going to sit you in a classroom and force you to listen. There obviously is going to be education, and we want you to experience some of the education training, and that's part of the requirement. But it's not, all those weeks in a row that you're sitting there. I know from experience, I learn from doing. And so we want to set you up with an advisor, and you're going to be doing. And that way, that I think is the best way that you're going to learn. You're going to take some of the training that we're going to offer, but it's not going to be, 12 consecutive weeks of sitting in a classroom. Okay.
Okay. So I guess my question would be, if I'm already grounded, I've already done so much in sales. I've already, I have my databases, my business built. I would love a mentor still, obviously, to learn the eXp way. But if I've been in the commercial world since I started in, really 17 years, but moved over from operations to the
you're not going to
side.
be required to have one at all.
Okay. Okay. That was my question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Loretta, the great thing is there's going to be so many different product type specialists and leaders. It's just networking. So you will always be learning, right? We always believe that it's a constant learning process, always learning. But now you can find all these people, not only around the country, but around the world to network with within specific product type. You know,
Gotcha.
that's the best thing. And we're all there to support and help each other. And I always say, Stephanie and I, we're the eye in the sky. We just make sure, you know, we're doing the best job we can and supporting you. But you do not need a mentor. You will just collaborate, right? Learn and be a sponge with all the training we're going to be setting up to just go to all of them, learn it, and partner up with different people around the country to start doing deals, right? To cut your teeth and get experience and learning what you may want to be an expert in, right? Because most of the people that you know, at Marcus, right, they told us be an expert, be a listing broker. So we cold called all day long, especially in the primary markets. But we know in tertiary markets, you're going to be a generalist, but that's okay because we're going to give you all the tools and all of the expertise within different locales so you can network and work with people and collaborate. So there's almost no deals that you will pass up, which
Gotcha.
that's the whole purpose.
Yeah, that was the reason for my exit. There were so many different product types being thrown my way, and I had to stay with multifamily. So I like the flexibility.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
One more question before we have to drop. Oh, you're muted, Gregory. I got good at this for doing all these Zoom calls. Gregory,
There, I think I'm there. No?
you're
Can
on.
you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
How do you get started?
I mean, that's my question. We're bad broker.
I mean, what do I have to do? I have a broker's license in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, and what's the next step?
eXpcommercial.com, click join us and fill out the online information and we'll get you going on it. And we're open in New Jersey, so we'd love to have you.
And if you, Greg, if you are more of a senior, it'd be great for you to jump on tomorrow as our first one, you know, and I know Stephanie will probably do it once a week, but we really want to grow more seniors, more mentors, more coaches to really help everyone and make sure that we're watching that people are doing it the right way.
I'd be interested in that tomorrow. What time is that, please?
Steph, you want to just share that?
Yeah, actually, that is tomorrow. Let me look at the calendar very quickly so I don't, it's 2 p.m. Eastern time in the commercial offices, the commercial staff offices in boardroom 1. So 2 p.m. Eastern, which is 11 a.m. Pacific.
Okay, perfect. And it's in the commercial boardroom 1.
Yes, commercial staff offices, boardroom 1.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sonny.
Everyone, thank you so much. Please invite your friends. We're going to do this every Thursday. And if we have to do it twice a week, we will do it twice a week. And then also invite the guests into the eXp world so they can experience our platform to come by and see our bi-monthly meetings. And keep aware because, you know, as we're building our database, we are going to start sharing all the training programs, all the collaborative programs with the different trade organizations and universities. So we're going to constantly build this platform so more people can network and share and grow and connect to create more opportunities. And that's what we hope we're going to accomplish here at eXp Commercial, is being the platform around the world for commercial real estate. Steph?
Thanks, everybody.
Hey, thank you.
Great call.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.